Okay, so you might be thinking this is kind of a unusual time for me to be making a video right in the middle of the week on a Thursday. Um, Today was kind of an interesting day today. I was teaching my 6th graders and my 5th graders, and I thought today was going to be pretty normal, but so the 6th graders, I teach them first and second period, and they just got back from a school trip from last week, so we resumed classes this week. And my first class went pretty well, just normal. My second class, my second class is usually the more talkative class. It's usually just a particular group of kids. They like to chat a lot during class, but today was especially bad. For some reason, near the beginning of the class, I don't even know what happened, but while we were doing the greeting and usual, warm-up activities, um, all of a sudden the teacher pulled one of the students out of his chair and started dragging him out of the classroom. And I had no idea what he did, and he was actually resisting while she was trying to pull him out. And I'm thinking, you know, resisting a teacher while she's trying to pull you out of the classroom just kind of distracts the other kids. So, I'm sitting there trying to make sure that they're paying attention to me instead of to him. Um, and like I said, I have no idea what he did, but the teacher and that student weren't in class for the rest of the period. And so it was really hard because, like I said, that class is more talkative. And so with the teacher not being there, it made it even harder to control. Some of the kids, they just would not be quiet. And because my Japanese is kind of limited, I didn't want to scold them without, embarrassing myself. So I just kind of talked over. It's kind of ironic because these boys, you know, if when I was in school, the talkative kids would usually be the ones who want to sit in the back. These kids were sitting in the front, so they were pretty much right there in my face talking while I was trying to teach, which just made me even more annoyed. And I didn't say anything. I just talked over them, and I was paying more attention to the kids that actually wanted to learn and actually wanted to pay attention. So, and eventually, whenever we recited certain words or stuff, some of the talkative kids, they would actually pay attention, but sometimes they just ended up chatting again. But if it happens again, I will probably deal with them if the teacher doesn't first. So yeah, it was really hard with the teacher not being there, and but the class went pretty well. I think they understood everything that we went over. The other thing that happened today actually didn't happen during class. It happened, unfortunately, during lunch. Um, I have a 5th grade class during 3rd period, and then I have a break for 4th period, and then there's lunch, and then 5th period I have my other 5th grade class. So the first 5th grade class was, normal. Um, and then for lunch, I was supposed to visit my other 5th grade class, the one that didn't have class yet. So, I go into the classroom. I'm a little bit early, but, I'm expecting just a normal lunch period. And so, all the kids, they get together and they play Junkin, rock, paper, scissors to decide, where I get to sit. And so, they take me to my seat and I sit down. I'm just waiting for them to set up lunch for everyone. And while they're setting things up, the teacher comes in, and I'm not sure exactly what happened or what class they had before lunch, but the teacher she was really mad about something. Um, and I have no idea what she was mad about. I couldn't understand what she was saying because she was speaking so fast. And so it really made me uncomfortable when she started yelling. She was yelling about something. I think she was trying to figure out who did something wrong. Like someone, one or two kids did something wrong. And so, she got really mad and really angry. And, she was yelling, and the whole class just went silent. And I felt so uncomfortable sitting there, even though, obviously it wasn't anything I did wrong. I'm just sitting there, but I just felt so bad for the kids because, this was their lunchtime and they were just, supposed to be enjoying lunch, and now something's going on and everything's just quiet and very uncomfortable. And so for the rest of the lunch, no one said anything. Um, I was sitting there at the table with five other kids, and none of us said anything. Normally, some of the kids, they would ask me questions, or the teacher would encourage them to speak English to me or something like that. And instead, we just ate lunch in silence. And I felt really bad for them because, when I was their age, um, I was a pretty good kid when I was their age, so it wasn't me that got in trouble, but I would witness other students getting in trouble, and it would often lead to the teachers getting very angry. I think the worst thing I've ever witnessed was one of my teachers throwing a chair. Um, it didn't get that bad, but it makes me feel bad for them because it ruins the mood for everyone when one student does something wrong. So hopefully it won't happen again, and hopefully it won't be during lunchtime because, not only did it kind of ruin it for them, it kind of ruined it for me too. So, but fortunately, I mean, after that happened, I was hoping that everything would be back to normal by the time they had class, and it was. So the teacher actually couldn't join me for English class because they had some kind of meeting going on. So it was just me and the rest of the class, and everything went pretty well. They were very well behaved. They did the activity very well, and no one was, I mean, it was as if nothing happened, which is good. So we had a lot of fun. So I'm really glad. So like I said, I hope nothing like that ever happens again. It it's really unsettling. It's something that I probably haven't noticed, or something that I haven't witnessed in a long time. So, but kids learn. So, um, and most of the time, the next day, you know, just start over and forget anything ever happened. So yeah, that was it. Um, I expect a better day tomorrow. Hopefully, there will be no yelling. I think this is probably at least the fifth or sixth time since I came here and started teaching that I've witnessed a teacher get mad at a student. And I have yet to get mad at any of them. I try not to, so because I want them to kind of think of me as someone that they can always feel comfortable around. But if something happens, I will get angry and they will notice. So anyway, that's it for now. See you.